This is Mike with GRETA'S Guns, and today we're here to talk a little bit about gray gun trigger upgrades. We've got a classic P Series 226. This is actually a Mark 25. We've got a P365, a 320 that we've kind of converted to a Legion, and an HK45. Gray Guns makes a ton of different options as far as triggers go for VP9s, P30s, HK45s. All these models, Gray Guns makes a ton of different versions. You know, whether it's color or short reset systems. They also make base pads, slides, all kinds of stuff. So now that VP9s and the 6 series of pistols are legal in California, we've been installing a ton of these kits, and Gray Guns seems to be the way to go across the board for all of these. So there's some other companies making triggers out there that are adjustable, but they don't feel quite as nice as the Gray Gun stuff. We'll start with the classic P Series, the 226 here. So this is the one that's fully cryo treated. All the internals are done, all the Gray Guns parts are done, and what this has is Gray Guns adjustable ELS trigger bar kit, their trigger, short reset system, and the fat strut kit. So we've got springs and an enhanced leverage system in there, as well as the short reset. And the crazy thing with these classic P Series guns, they're much lighter, and the reset on these is ridiculous when they're adjusted correctly. So you've got a brake, almost no over travel, and the reset is next to nothing. So this is a super big upgrade in the classic series pistols. For the 320, you've got kind of the same deal where you could go with their intermediate kit or their competition kit and flat trigger. So what's cool about this trigger is that you've got adjustability for over travel there. Nothing necessarily for the reset, but adjusting over travel out of it will reduce the reset, which makes this a lot more shootable. Their kit's gonna come with a high polished sear pin, as well as new springs and a new sear. So overall, it really smooths the whole system out, makes everything a bit lighter, especially if you're gonna race your gun, and your reset again is much shorter than stock. So doing a competition series setup in either of these guns is always a great option. You don't have to necessarily go crazy on the trigger if you're going with Gray Guns. You know, even the 365, you know, this is a great carry option without making it too light. So same thing, you have over travel adjustment, which will shorten the reset a little bit. But if you don't change springs and all that, you still are at a safe carry weight. You could set both of these up in the same manner, where you still have a carryable trigger weight, but with the better features. Everything's smoothed out, you've got shorter reset. You know, this one we've got set at about 4.5 pounds, and the reset is substantially better for a 365. We really like to put these triggers in all the SIGs. They're super awesome. Do have an HK45. We've done this one, we did this one quite a while ago. This one I have a light LEM kit in it, so super light. But once you come to the wall, we've got Gray Gun's short reset in there. And for an HK to reset that short is pretty crazy. Gray Gun's just released their VP9 series triggers. We don't have them just yet, but you know we're gonna definitely be doing a ton of them. So we'll do a separate video on that. So I guess we'll play a little bit and see how they run. All right, so our 320 Legion here, kind of a hodgepodge. So we got the Legion module. We've silicone carbided it. We've high polished all the internals, done the Gray Guns competition kit in it. We cut the module for the thumb safety. We've got the SIG Pro slide that we Cerakoted, and then we actually took Gray Guns recoil system and cut it down to make it work with this slide. And then we put a 9-pound spring in it. This thing is super light, and then topped it with a Trijicon RMR HD. So this thing runs super nice. It's really fun to shoot, so we'll see how she runs. Alright, so now we got our 226 Mark 25 that's all cryo treated. We did the video on the 2,000 round torture test on this thing, and this thing runs super good. Trigger's super nice. For a double single, you know, it's pretty freaking sweet. So we'll run this one, see how she goes. Alright, now we got our 365 macro. Not really a race gun, but definitely comfortable, got a little bit of weight to it, so we'll see how she runs. Well, for a concealed carry type of gun, this thing runs super nice too, so this shoots almost as good as the full-size guns. Alright, so this one's definitely not a race gun. It's got a little bit of recoil, it's light, it's a 45, but Definitely still fun to shoot. Won't be quite as fast. I carry this gun almost every day. I really love that thing. It's hard to beat an HK. So you got two full-size 9mm. They're set up a little bit different. The 226, you know, if I was gonna run this exact setup, this is like a great duty style gun slash, you know, home defense gun. As a race gun, this thing's super awesome. As a carry gun, this is super awesome. And I do carry this, so, you know, a duty gun slash carry gun. It's kind of big for a lot of people, but I can't say I like one more than the other, because honestly, I like them all. You know, it's nice that as a race gun, you got optics on this. You know, it's fast, so if you're running them limited or something, you know, you can go super fast if you're good. For an iron sight only gun, this thing is freaking phenomenal. It's super accurate. Trigger's awesome. It feels great. Again, if you want something smaller to carry, it's kind of a mid-size. I mean, trigger's awesome. Even at 4.5 pounds, this thing feels great. Recoil's light. You know, we've got the Sharps aluminum frame on there, so you get a little bit more weight compensated. I mean, just overall, all of them are freaking awesome. Great guns. Put them in everything. If they make the parts, use them.